This is KSL News at 6.
Good evening. We're bracing for some spring weather whiplash. Colder temperatures arrive tonight with a chance of snow and near freezing temperatures for many of our neighborhoods in northern Utah. We just finished up Mother's Day. It's the middle of May, and for many, the trees are in bloom and crops in the ground.
But as News Specialist Jed Boal reports, the incoming storm could be tough on young plants and gardeners, and they're warning us to protect the plants if we can. Right, Jed?
Yeah, Deanie. Well, the growing season started so early this year for many gardeners, but with the incoming storm and potentially freezing rain, snow, and even some freezing temperatures, a lot of gardeners are scrambling for ways to cover their flowers and vegetable gardens. One simple trick is to take some overturned boxes, a series of overturned boxes, and cover them with rocks, or take a bed sheet, cover the garden, and stake it out.
Hi. Did you find everything okay?
Glover Nursery is spreading plenty of flowers and vegetables across Salt Lake County this spring.
All right, and then there's 24 left.
But the incoming storm,
It's really hard to gauge, you know, the weather has just been up and down like extremities with temperatures.
with the potential for freezing temperatures and snow, threatens vulnerable plants.
Yeah, everything inside my greenhouse would be vulnerable. Just so you know, we're bringing in racks of vegetables real quick to get them out of the weather. My greenhouse will be just jam-packed full of racks.
And advising home gardeners to cover tender plants. Most vulnerable, tomatoes.
Like a heavy snow will destroy a tomato in 2 seconds.
Peppers, vine plants like cucumbers and squash, and tender herbs.
All those things are there will be severely damaged by this weather, if not totally killed.
Established plants should be fine.
A lot of people during the warm weather get excited, just like we do, go out there, plant their whole beds, and then something always happens in May.
Among flowers, many hardy perennials will be fine until the temperature dips to 32 degrees.
Then the concern is any buds, new growth, or anything that's been freshly planted.
But for annuals and bedding plants,
A snow or frost this late in the year is a very big risk to them.
cover the whole garden if you can. Snapdragons are popular this spring.
But when it comes to a frost, if they get too cold, they will lose every bloom and bud on them. And if it's cold enough, they'll die right to the ground and won't be able to come back.
With bushes and shrubs,
If it's been planted in the last 2 weeks, you're going to want to try to protect it.
and even if those young shrubs lose their leaves, the gardener tells me that that foliage will likely grow back when the plant has established itself. Here's another good tip. For the hanging baskets, move those into the garage or under the porch. Remember this as a rule of thumb. Prioritize the most vulnerable plants and try to cover them the best that you can. Deanie, Dave?
Jed Boal outside in Salt Lake City ahead of the storm. Thank you, Jed. Deanie?
Well, they're scrambling.